This video is going to cover the scrollers in AutoUi for GameMaker. If you don't know what this is, it's a GameMaker package that allows you to easily add customizable buttons, labels, images, and more with built-in auto alignment, mouse functionality, and a bunch of other useful features. You can check the link in the description for more details on all the included elements. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is create our scroller. You do have to set a width and a height for this, so I'm just going to set it to, I don't know, 550. And 400. And the reason I'm doing this is I just want a little bit of extra padding for this. So if I add this to the container and run this, it will crash. And the reason for that is all scrollers need their own flex containers that you can add elements to. I don't know why I did it this way, but it just did. So we're gonna go scroll flex equals auto container. We'll go v0 again, 550 and like let's go like 10 pixels for spacing. And then we can go scroller.set flex container to the scroll flex. Now, obviously you're not going to see anything. It's just going to look like that. So let's add some items to this. Let's add, let's go scroll flex, because now we're adding items to the scroll flex, not the regular container. Let's just do something like this. All right, so now you can see we've got our scroll bar. Everything's scrolling with the mouse wheel. We can also set the scroll bar sprite, which takes the scroll handle sprite, the scroll like background 9 slice, and then the width of the bar itself. So now you can see, this has full mouse functionality. I'm not seeing, it's maybe just needs to be like 40 or something, I don't know. There you go. You can also set the scroll bar padding. So you could put like 10 pixels away and like 30 pixels, oh, come on. 30 pixels, so it kind of pulls this in a little bit more. Let's change that back to 20. And then I'm just going to align this to the center, just so the scroller itself is just more aligned like that. And then again, you can, this is basically a flex container, so you can add any elements you want to it. Clicking and all of that data it carries over, because this is essentially creating a surface when it does this. So for instance, if I were to say add a label, and then actually, you know what I could do is just use this as the example. Separation 0, let's go see white, see red. And then again, all of these would be hoverable. Click functions will work, all of that will be just fine. So another super useful thing with this is we can do keyboard check pressed VK down minus keyboard VK up. And what this is going to do is basically just give me a -1, 0, or 1. So if we just do if direction does not equal 0, actually, no, we could just do if direction equals -1. Let's do scroller and then scroll next item. Sorry, this would have to be 1. So it'll actually scroll to the actual item. And in the same way, you could do if direction equals -1, scroller, scroll previous item. I think it's previous. So it'll always scroll to the top of the element you want to be at. If you were to say do VK enter, so you could also do set scroll to item index, and let's just actually 44. So it'll just kind of pick random indexes to scroll to. Of course, it's some of these bottom ones are scrolling down there, but so yeah, very versatile in that regard. If you wanted to have this work with a gamepad, you can see how easy it is to do that. You can also do things like set scroll to bottom. So I'll do that. You could set scroll to top. And yeah, that's pretty much it with the scroller. It's a very versatile. It's a very versatile element, and you know, once you get over you might have a little trouble with the width and heights and stuff, because just getting it right where you want might seem a bit more confusing at first. But once you get the hang of it, it's incredibly helpful. So thanks so much for watching.